23 minutes before 8. We have been broadcasting all morning from the Lord Mayor's Good Room at Robert Doyle's mayoral chambers, thanks to Melbourne Day. Have a look at melbourneday.com.au, and we'll be speaking to the Lord Mayor about Melbourne Day. And Metro Trains, getting you where you want to go in Melbourne for everyone, every day. Your Worship, welcome to your own good room.
Thank you. Yes, I said before, when I arrive and I see Burnzo done up in all my finery, it's like coming downstairs in the morning and finding a stranger in your study wearing your dinner suit. It's a little bit strange, but welcome to the nerve centre of Town Hall.
And thank you for letting us here occupy your chambers an hour and a half before you got here, which means we've been looking at the books you've got assembled on your desk, and we're so stupid we didn't tumble into the fact that in your in tray there you've got a manila folder you've written confidential on the front of, and we're so respectful we didn't even open it.
Look, I can just tell you, in preparation for your coming, and I didn't mind coming in late this morning, because you were here. I have got little traps in almost every drawer of my desk, because I was sure you'd be ratting through them at 5:30 in the morning and revealing my innermost secrets to a breathless world.
We've got photographs, we've got Geelong jumpers, but one of the things that strikes me is you've got lineage, and it must be, to occupy an office like that, it must be an amazing thing to throw back to the people who sat in that chair before you.
Absolutely. And this is the very traditional setup of the Mayor's office, so it would have looked like this for, maybe 100 years, who knows.
Who was the first Lord Mayor of Melbourne?
Henry Condell. We weren't Lord Mayors then, we were just mayors.
Yeah.
We're not Lord Mayors until about 1907.
And that's a painting of him there.
That is a painting of him at the end. He was apparently a complete rogue. He owned a pub opposite my great-great-grandfather in Swanston Street. His wife apparently had an exceedingly hairy face. And he was elected by the expedient of putting all of the voting members, which of course were property-owning males, through his front bar, plying them with spirituous liquors, getting them to sign up, and he's won in a landslide. Right. So naturally he's been my model ever since.
It's a wonder he wasn't the Mayor of Richmond.
Well, I think he probably could have been. Yeah.
Who was your great-great-grandfather?
Robert Bennett was his name. He was Lord Mayor here, Mayor here in 1861. A dreadful man. An appalling man. I mean, you read the histories about him. Well, it's fantastic. It's a long line of rogues, really. He, like all Irishmen, arrived here, set up a pub on the corner of Little Burke Street and Swanston Street. He was a member of Parliament, and then, like all we jumped-up Irish, he decided he wanted to be a landed gentry type. So he bought all of these acres way up in the Mallee and the Wimmera. And the official history about him talks about how he argued with his employees, he argued with the Shire, he was arguing with the Parliament, he was arguing with his suppliers, he was in litigation actually with his employees. And the final line in his history reads, "Neighbours burned down his house." So
you just referred to a pub on the corner of Swanston and Little Burke.
Yeah.
Is there a pub still there called
No.
Exford?
That's further up. Exford's up in Russell Street.
Up in Russell Street.
Yeah, Russell and Little Burke.
So then we broadcast from London once and attempted to find out what is the oldest pub in London, and the answer is it's a subject of dispute.
Yeah.
Do you know in Melbourne what would be the oldest pub?
I'm not going to enter into this because there's an argument between two of them about which is actually the oldest pub.
Between Young and Jackson's?
No. Well, Young and Jackson's was originally Batman's Schoolhouse.
Uh-huh.
If you look at that corner building, you can see that it looks demonstrably different from the sort of pub that's built behind it. So that was originally Batman's Schoolhouse.
What's
so it
the
was no
pub?
pub.
There was a pub in Lark Road Street.
Yeah.
I was taken to for lunch.
Is it called Max?
Max was in Franklin Street.
Yeah. I think that's one of the contenders, and I forget what the other one is.
You know how we are civically proud of our city?
We are.
I was thinking to myself last night, is that a recent thing? Like, have we really focused on it in the last 20 years? Or, given that it was once called Marvellous Melbourne, has there always been a degree of civic pride?
I think it's ebbed and flowed.
Yeah.
I think it was back then when we were the richest city in the world, but we actually sort of looked elsewhere then. We didn't really look inwards. We looked back to the United Kingdom, and so I think now it's a product of today. And when you think of things like the dawn service and Anzac Day, where we used to get 8,000 or 9,000, we now get 50,000 or 60,000, particularly of young people. I think there's a resurgence in interest about our history, and that's a good thing.
There's a book on your desk called How to Win an Election.
Yes.
Have you read it?
I have. I've just got it out I'm just revising at the moment.
Who is the author and what has it told you?
Well, my old Latin master Michael Keary would have told me the author is Cicero.